Hi! I'm Nikki. Welcome back to How I Build. We did this lovely interior last time, and this time we will be going outside. We've got a porch to extend. I want to wrap it around this way and take it to the log we found over there. Would help if I had a hand now. I want to improve this mine area. Maybe? At least like the exit into it somehow. I don't know yet. And I want to work on some pathing back to spawn from here. So we need to be able to get up there. And I want to move our pallet. It is in the way now. And looks like a eyesore. Let's see. I think for pathing, I'm going to take some of this dirt and this gravel. And I would like to have it be coarse dirt. Hi, Digit. Did you have to walk across me like that? Okay. She is cleaning herself as if to say, yes, I am a cat. And you human, are just the thing I walk on. You are my floor. My jungle gym. Alright, these trees are going to be in my way. I need to get rid of them. This one will be in my way as well. I'm going to need my floorboards. Looks like I need to back this up once more. I like things to be 3 wide. I have now extended this around. The log was a couple steps up, so we've gone up a little bit. There's the log. I left it there. I may put stuff on it. Make it look a little more overgrown or something. We got our lights up. It's all the same materials that we were using. In this little area here, I had some flowers, so I just added some more. I used a birch tree under a leaf. I can get those with shears from the cherry blossom trees. And I thought the birch tree matched it best in this spot. That way you get some of the particles, the pink ones dripping down like they're leaving these petals. I have my dirt here for when we go and start doing pathing. Now I want to go ahead and carry this up there so I can be able to connect to the path. Probably just going to do a straight shot. Keep these stairs going. Of course, I gotta put it upside down at least once. What are you doing to your llamas now? I need a grown-up? Dude! Stop free-dangling the llama! Are you okay? You're gonna smash them into the trees. Free the llamas! I have finished the stairs up. We can now go all the way up here. I also added a couple more of these, holding it up in a couple places where it hangs over. And I've decided that I'm going to just put dirt under some of them so that it actually sits. connected. This part here may end up getting another leg. I'm gonna come back and do that and the dock here in a bit. I decided not to have another dock over here. Also, I need to clear this out a bit. I have the dirt, the leaves, I want the coarse dirt. I think I should grab a hoe. I'll use a netherite one. For no reason other than I've never used a netherite one. I'm going to push this back. I have gone to the spawn using my compass here and marked it. It's the lantern. Here it is. And I have found out how high it is. That it is 87. So I want to slowly bring the path up to 87 from where it is. So I'm going to back this up here. Make this part lower where it's matching more the roof level here. I'm gonna do all this before I start actually laying the path. Doesn't even start coming down yet, so probably gonna back up some of this wall. You don't really want large pieces of just straight flat. It doesn't look natural in Minecraft. I think the going block number is you don't want more than 7 because it starts looking too flat, too one-dimensional, unnatural. I gotta move this. This is gonna be an okay place to bring it back up. Looks like it might be good. I am just gonna do it all in coarse dirt first. Now I would add some mud or some other things in here besides just dirt. But we don't actually have much access to it right now in a way that would be easier to use. So knowing me, I probably just wouldn't. If I end up getting access to a lot of mud later, then I'd replace some bits and pieces. There's that. That's good. Then we need walls here, and I need to get rid of this first. This is going to irritate me if I don't move it. For now, maybe we go with the shulker box. Wait, I'm going to try and stuff it in a barrel. That way I can use it as decoration. I want to put a frame around this. I think it's a shelf, so I need trap doors, 4 doors. Door I would like to do it with. Very. I don't think so. No, we'll use trapdoor then. We want this. Yeah, that'll work. That's a nice outline. Just want to add a little extra light. Okay. Now I'm going to get rid of stuff in my pockets. So I can grab all of the pieces. I don't quite think I need to have all of the different variations of copper I have sitting there. We use this stuff. We use that. Didn't really use much of these. This we did. This we did. We're gonna stick that up there. Play is important. Okay. These down here so I can get rid of them. There we go. Now I can fix the roof. I don't think we need to go there. I didn't need the leaf. There we go. I need cobblestone. Mossy cobblestone. I want some walls from it too. Where's the walls? Here we are. This. This. Alright, a nice rock there. That should keep things off of the roof. Like there. That. Rocks here. There we go. And unfortunately, I know somebody out there doesn't want to hear me say it this way, but I just put rocks until I like the way they look. If you stand back and go, it kind of looks like a rock, then it kind of looks like a rock. If it looks too much like a fence, then it looks too much like a fence. This thing is weird. I'm hoping bushes are going to help it. But I am going to put a light on it, too. I also want bushes. Just bushes, bushes. And by bushes, I mean leaves. Oak. Or cherry. See. I think I'm gonna mix the cherry and the birch. I am trying to make this a little safer from mobs, which is why I'm doing them so high. It's probably not gonna have much effect at all because I can just walk over everything. But the light helps. Get some more of those flowers. Hello, zombie. Goodbye, zombie. That looks a little more attached there. Use some of this to make these look a little fluffy. This is good. This is good. Then I want to lessen the amount of stuff I have decorating as I go on. Like, this is a little much. I usually don't go this hard on the bushes and things. But because I really wanted to cover up the roof, I wanted to match the side. But as we get closer to the spawn, everything's gonna spread out. Okay, all done with my path. All the way up and through. We have a little bit less of the walls and rocks and bushes. Here is spawn. Now, paths are not usually straight when they're natural ones like this. So I did make sure to curve it a little, but I didn't want too much since this is a emergency run to the starter base. And I do want to add some slabs to it. Oak is probably going to be our best here. Just better than jumping. Really would like to use spruce. It's a little closer to dirt or maybe jungle. But we have what we have. We only need it in a couple places. I did turn some of it into farmland with my hoe. Just to add some interest. It's not going to end up staying that way for long term. That's definitely going to get stepped on. I think it's alright. Now, with these open pieces, I would add different things like overturned carts. This might be an area where you want to tie off your horse. But that's more stuff I do during gameplay. You know, I would be adding those pieces as I played. Like this, I would probably be using for fishing, because knowing me, I'd stand up here and fish. This would become my fishing spot. Need a little bit of decor on here. It's kind of empty. I don't mind it being somewhat empty. This would probably end up becoming something, so if my furnaces weren't fast enough, I might add extra furnaces out here in that wall. Like maybe the blast furnace. Hello? When did I break that? Creative is dangerous. You break all your stuff all the time. I did grab some of the little bushes from out there. What else did I use that wall for? Definitely for furnaces. I want some tables and chairs out here. Benches, things like that. And I want to make this a dock. I have added a couple things here and there along the path, as I ended up with some of these wildflowers, and I did some bone milling, got some flowers, so I've placed a couple of the lily of the valleys around. We have just a couple of the yellow flowers added in. I did make us a stables and got us a donkey. I just kept going with the same palette, just reconfiguring them in all sorts of different ways. And as I said, I was working on the decor for out here, so we now have some labels on our barrels. This is still where our palette is. I added a little fish tank, like we were pulling them out and shoving them in here. I don't know what that sheep just said, but it really offended that wolf. We have a little workshop area here now. I've used this to look like it's holding up the light. We can still use it to repair and disenchant. We got a crafting table hidden back here, but I didn't want to have to see it again. I would normally end up adding hoppers and chests to this at some point, but for now, we wouldn't have that. We also have a table out here. Now instead of the trapdoors, I use signs and attach them to the stairs, because I felt like the trapdoors were too bulky for out here on the porch. I made a little composting container. We got coarse dirt with some lichen on it. Then we have an actual composter, so I can get rid of trees and stuffs. Couple little plants and pots here. Got more pots right there. And then this comes all the way down and into our mining area, which I've set up a little bit, but this would definitely be farther along at this point because of all of the lanterns we have used. So we would definitely have far more of these dug back further. I just didn't do that. You come down here and we can get to our dock, which I did say I was going to build. We have a little boat rack here. I only stuck 2 boats in it. It's really finicky to try and get these shoved in there. You have to build little platforms and things like that. But at this point, adding just a little bit of extra decoration makes it more fun to play in. We've just got some buttons. They'll flip the trapdoors, but they're just there to give it a little bit of interest. But this doesn't look bulky enough without this underneath it. Kind of stands out too much. We still have our lights here. I added some boats in our colors. Got some barrels to throw stuff in. This comes in an indent for another little docking area. Here's where I did the bone mealing. And added some firefly bushes. And come around here too, just as a little back area. Because I want to work with the terrain and not against it too often. Because, let's repeat it again, Nikki is a very lazy builder. She does not want to terraform everything. Nope. I want it to look interesting. So I'll fix it up. Like this is not fully how it looked. And I might add some slabs here and there if I felt like doing a little bit of terraforming. I will show you what I mean. I would add slabs like this just every so often. This area's got some vines near it, so maybe some moss. Just makes it look a little less sharp. A little more natural. I don't like you can make it curve a little more. Now that I've started, I'm gonna have to keep going. You killed it. No. Go where I'm telling you to go. Fine. There we go. It's alright. We wanted to be underwater anyway. Can you tell the difference here? I usually do this with darker woods. So I'll use dark oak and spruce. But it gets darker right at the water line. Just adds a little bit of realism, like the wood is wet. But this one, it's pretty subtle. I would probably change this, and if I was feeling extra, maybe add a layer of trapdoors and move these up. But that is not the design I used for this. Because you want the trapdoor to go right up underneath. So that the color down here matches. You can see it up here changing. Still a little dark with these trapdoors. Which is why I use spruce and dark oak when I usually do this. I don't tend to use birch very much, but that's what we had here. We now, I think, have finished the outside area as far as what I do during the earlier parts of the game. There are plenty of things I don't have at this stage. None of these have decorated pieces. I would prefer if some of them had some of the symbols on them. But we have not found those. This is our starter house. We've managed to mine some stuff out like crazy. But we have not moved much past it. That's it. That's all I have for that and this pathing. And the exterior, which means I think we're ready to leave the starter house. I think we are. I don't know where we should travel to. I don't know what we should build. If you have an idea of... There's a cow in my boat. Hello. Why are you in my boat? I do have other boats. Why are you in my boat? You think we need to build a farm next? Food would be a problem at this point. Perhaps we do need to move on to some farmland? That is what I need to do. In fact, that's what I'm doing in my hardcore world, is I'm having to farm at this point. The evils are out. Not that it matters, this is creative. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh my goodness. I just spaced out, started looking around, did not even finish the video. I took my pictures. I'm gonna cut all that out, but I'm over here already thinking about where we could build a farm, if that's what we build next. Perhaps a path comes down here. It'd be nice to see another dock in the distance. We could put a dock area here. Build the farmlands up here so you can see the wheat and stuff from our porch. That would look good. We could head up near the cherry blossoms and just go a pink explosion. We do have another portal over there to do. That pillager outpost. I'd like to build some walls around it. Make it like a actual place you can raid. That'd be fun. Gonna have to have some bridges and things across. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I have rambled enough. We have finished our starter area. Again, let me know if you want me to keep going. If you would like to see a specific style in this. I do have a how I build with influence that I need to do. So that's where I get inspiration and how I use floor plans, like real world floor plans, most of which I still have from doing Sims floor plans. That's it. I'm out of here. Bye-bye!